Hello YouTube, it's M1NDxBEND3R here, and today I'm very happy to be presenting a new addition to my Prometheus military. I decided that they needed a tank, so I built them a tank, and now I'm happy to be showing off the Hercules Assault Tank. How many more times can I say tank throughout this video? Well, stick around and we'll find out. But as you can see, this is just a big lump of armor on wheels, kind of a odd configuration for the wheels down here, but I do really like how it looks and it rolls very nicely. It's a very, well, I was gonna say practical, but maybe not. It looks like it could tip very easily, but there is a good reason for that. This tank is designed to operate in this, kind of far future that I've created where mech suits are quite common amongst different militaries and different aggressive factions. So this thing would be going up against quite a few different types of mech suits. For that reason, I designed it to be able to adapt to this highly mobilized type of combat. As you can see right now, it is just on 4 wheels, and really this configuration is more just for basic transport, like for being part of a convoy or going from one base to another. Just really low power, it's just running on 4 axles. It probably would still take quite a bit of fuel for this thing to mobilize itself, but not nearly as much as if it were like some mech suit that was up on legs walking around, which incidentally, this has the ability to do. Because this exists in a future where mech suits are so very common, I gave it the ability to kind of transform a bit. So, we'll bring the camera up a little bit, and we'll show how that's done. So, you probably already guessed that these are hands. They are. So these become the arms. They just fold out and extend. The legs are a bit more interesting. This back pod is going to fold down, rotate, and just kind of reconfigure itself. This fender down here pops out to become sort of a toe. And we just do the same thing on the other side. It's not terribly complicated. I didn't want this to be complicated. I want it to look like just something that could happen very fast. And it can. And there stands the Hercules Tank, now looking much more like a mech suit. And I really like this because, it would still serve the purpose of a tank. It's still got these missile launchers up on its shoulders. It's got these like quad barrel weapons. Ooh, geez, I didn't realize they made them that heavy. There we go. It's got like these quad barrel cannons on its wrists, so it still looks like it could just spew all kinds of firepower all over the battlefield and just basically make a big old mess. But it also looks really heavy, really armored, really hard to take down, which I feel is pretty much what a tank needs to do. To get a look at the pilot, I'm going to zoom into the cockpit here. It's basically just this head area. And you just open that up, and there you can see the pilot in there. If we can get a bit of focus on him, come on. Guess not. There we go. So yeah, he's got a little cockpit in there. Nothing too fancy. Man, why is that not focusing? That's really annoying. Focus! There. Jeez. Alright. New camera. What am I like? So, we'll zoom out again. Oh, actually, I do want to show off these little headlights on either side of the body here, just because I really like them. I was kind of thinking what I should put there, and I decided on headlights. I don't know. Seems to fit. If we come around to the back of this mech configuration, you'll notice these 2 large pod-looking things carrying on its back. And what those are is thrusters. This thing can also fly when it's in its mech configuration, and that reason being, most of the things I've built to fit into this time period have the ability to fly, so this thing would need to be able to keep up with them. I don't imagine it being able to fly in its tank configuration, when it's on wheels, because like I said, that's really not designed for combat. That's mostly just for getting it from one place to the other pretty cheap. And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, well, wouldn't it be faster to fly than to drive? Yes, it would, but it would also be much more expensive, so they probably choose to just drive it. So yeah, that's about it for the Hercules Tank. Resisting the urge to call it the Hercules Mech, because it's not meant to be a mech. It's meant to be a tank first and foremost, and I think I did a pretty good job of making it look like a tank, and I certainly had a lot of fun building it. I was so happy with how it came out. Before I forget, let's put a minifigure next to it so you can get an idea of just how big this guy is. He's quite large, as something named Hercules probably should be, or at least imposing. So yeah, guys, that's about it for the Hercules. Keep an eye out for it on MOCs. I've already uploaded it. It just needs to be approved, so it should be up for sale shortly. And until next time, I've been Mindbender. I'll talk to you later.